time, that thinking leads to an interception.
And I believe you brought up a really good point there, Brandon, because you try and force plays, right? You try and get all back in one shot, just as you mentioned there, and you know you're going to need some big plays to get back into the game, but ultimately, you really can't force what isn't there.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
On second down, Elliott. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Going with their tight end on 4th. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Remember, that was 4th and a full 2 yards. There's a big difference between that and 4th and maybe 6 inches or a yard.
Yeah, you're exactly right, because when it's that 6 inches, you just fall forward and you pick it up, right? You just go quarterback sneak. But having to move bodies, that means you actually have to execute because they know what you're going to do. How are you going to make the right play call and get everyone into the right spot and win at the line of scrimmage? That's what they did there.
They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown to this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this will stay a 2-score game at 16.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Dancing to his left. He's got a man complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this 3rd quarter. A fairly short kick from the 14. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half. back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Sanders has it over the middle. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. On the draw, here's Sanders. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Again, a run with Gainwell. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And that's complete to Sanders. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They hand off to their big tight end. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Oh, they go with a tight end carry. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Greg Calcaterra, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6. After the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Inside give to Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
What a play there by Fletcher Cox to get in and knock him down behind the line.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
On 2nd and 12, Prescott over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They give it off here to the tight end. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that, +3.
Being chased out left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the D blanketed his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finished this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
A first down carry by Elliott. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On the ground with a tight end. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 13-yard line. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Tyron Johnson there on the tackle. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. The kick by Marr is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again? And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Malik Hooker. When I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now Prescott. This is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Noah Brown from 8 yards out. And the Cowboys have extended their lead to 15 now here in the 4th. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This offense returning out there, and really, you remember the last drive, Charles, it was over before it even began. They threw the interception on the very first play.
And what that means is for all these guys, it's been a while since they've been out there going full speed, so they've got to get everyone back out there, run a couple of your go-to plays, make sure you get your offense oiled up a little bit. They've got to be able to start fast, but they've got to be efficient as well.
Especially the quarterback. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining, but that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again, well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over.
I'd have to say that was a pretty darn good run right there. They had 8 in the box, still able to burn them. They've got to consider themselves lucky they only gave up a first down and not a touchdown.
Throwing here, Prescott. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Hassan Reddick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throwing is Hurts. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Room here to run. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this one is incomplete. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Philadelphia, good night, everybody.
told my boys, it ain't no limit. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limit. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
I'm whipping in track out with messed up suspension. I drove it so fast that I blew out the engine. I kept it too real ever since the beginning. I play offensive D, I might switch my position. Lil' mama was thirsty, so I had to quench. I'ma drive real fast, cause you know I shoot quick. Just like Travis Kelce, I be having emotions. Just like a lamb, man, you know I'm exploding. My heart cold, bad, I ain't got emotions. I'm going hard, yeah, you know I'm devoted. We running streets, yeah, you know we control it. She love the kids, she be busting it over. I'm quarterbacking like I'm Kyler Murray. Trying to win, I'm up at practice early. Going crazy, I just real Jersey. It's the first half and we done dropped 30. We just up to scoring them, boy, man.
I told my boys, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
Money on my mind, head in the game. It's like I scored again, diamonds on them dance. I can hear the music playing with them bands. Crowd going wild, dived in the fans. I'm locking in on a mission, I'm turning my vision. You young and she get like me. I got your shorty, she with me. I gave her a jersey, I told her to join my team. It's best you go where it's safe. You know how I play. I get to a sack like Frank. You can teach money to fly. I turn it at hop. I catch it and go to the bank. It's crazy, I'm used to the lights. I'm shining so bright. This visor to cover my face. You see me working and working. I'm getting it done. But soon they be feeding me grapes.
I told my boys, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
They screaming my name when I walk in the building. Yellow diamonds on me like I play for the Steelers. I'm in the field, yup, just like a Steeler. Oh, this your girl, my band had the Steeler. I hop on the beat and I float like a river. I caught a TD, yeah, right across the middle. I'm speaking thanks, boy, you telling riddles. Can't hang with the gang, so we had to sit them down. I'm in LA, riding around in the Rams. My dog just called, say he finna touchdown. When I call a play, you won't hear a sound. Hold up, money call it right now. I gotta go and get it, and it don't matter how. All I know is, man, yeah, I'm 10 toes down. I keep my head high and my eyes on the prize. Yeah, my feet on the ground. Let's go.
I told my boys, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game. Two turned up, turned down right now. Two dope make better get around right now. Hey, I'm two turned up, turned down right now. Two dope make better get around right now.
Yeah, that my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the richest, heart in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we not a ride nobody wave, we're the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grr.
Trust, been taking no loss. We be the hottest on the scene. Gemstones from the dust. Big dog, pretty leash. Where's the love in the streets? Pour my heart on the beat. See that blood on my sheets. Yeah, when me ready, me hit it heavy. I zoom out the pride of my people already. Them I see any. Me, I'm just sharing my journey. I'm thankful the people they hear me. Tribe of Joseph, I'm ahead of the bunch. P5, I was starving for months. A running cut team, but on my pockets, me need my DNA. Baby for lunch, but call me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me. Me and them no get the same. Me and them no get the same. All that they gonna know who the name is. They say I move like I'm nameless. Cause I only come for the money bags and I don't really wanna be famous. You know what's up? You know what's up? You pretend, you gonna lie, you know me gang. You know what's up?
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, rivals square off in the NFC East.
Right when the New Year's come in.
Between the Philadelphia Eagles and the
There
Washington
ain't nothing wrong.
Commanders.
You can't be lazy.
Excuse me, say that again.
When New Year's come in, there ain't nothing wrong. You can't be lazy.
I'm not lazy.
You know you
I'm not lazy.
Hey, I'm just giving you a example. You like,
Here's the kicker,
lazy
Jake
from when
Elliott,
you
ready to
eat
get
hand
this
smoke.
one started.
No, I don't want to have. I'm just giving you an
I'm not
example.
lazy.
You lazy. I'm just giving you an example, baby.
Touchback, and they
Okay.
begin things at the 25.
Let's go. You don't want to cook, that's lazy right there. Days I'm old, days I work, you cook. But I get off like 12, 1 o'clock in the morning. Hold on. Do the math. So just go, ooh.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved up the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Funny guy.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Wentz. This one left side caught by Gibson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity for offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And they look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Wentz. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's going to have a Commander's first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. Now, everything here, we're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Acting like everything's okay. Yeah.
Oh, nothing that was worse. What happened in the box?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. Takes it to about the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
This is beautiful. Man.
Yeah.
They'll go again with Gibson. And the hole closes quickly there. And it's maybe a couple up to the 38. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Thank you.
Of course.
So, you never learned how to fly?
I didn't. Okay. Just one. Right. Give it a shot.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
That's good. That's good. That's really good. That's true.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Okay. Tracy, thank you.
Yeah, good name.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away.
I need your help. Your mom hired me to find your biological father.
Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
I've got this. I'm so sorry what has the best customer service.
They care about the customer, the best price, the best quality, good prices.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Time is running out to give a year-end gift like no other. A gift that can help St. Jude Children's Research Hospital.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I do a lot of our birds. What I meant was, if we didn't come St. Jude from forward, that's what they really do with us.
Every gift counts, and whatever you can give will make a difference. Please don't wait. Make your donation now to help St. Jude.
Here comes Sanders on the toss right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him on his first 2 carries of the ball game. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Sanders toss left side. There's some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. It's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him is a big priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
I wake up, I'm rested.
On 2nd and 9, Hurts. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Improving too much there for the offensive line. He gets the sack.
This ball could have cost over $119, but now
Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. We're scoreless after 1.
You receive this washable mesh cover, so it stays clean and fresh. Imagine you get the Conscious Swan and washable cover for the low price on your screen. We'll even ship it for free. So don't delay. Sleep well all night and order the Conscious Swan today.
Call now, 1-800-574-5950.
So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long.
574-5950.
Voila is my best kept secret. Oh, and then you just sit here?
So here's the fun part. I'm not doing anything.
Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Pretty good job escaping the pressure. Gets him 15 yards on the scramble, but now it's 4th down.
There's multiple times now he's tagged him with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
To the architect of the vision. From the cornerstone to the cornerstone.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter.
Keep rising. Keep rising. Apply today for business, marketing, and tech makeovers on us. You know, as much as I love having a newly minted expert rapper helping me with these, shouldn't you be getting back to work? Galleries in 2 days. I'm barely procrastinating. And I'm really starting to lose confidence in myself. If the goal is trying to get people to feel something,
they'll try and throw for it with Hurts, eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. We kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Since you joined that group, maybe the final piece of this puzzle is opening your heart. And it doesn't mean that you have to forget about Greg. Maybe join the memories of him.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a full 8 yards. That sets him back for 2nd down.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights? That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on it. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Eagles post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Your only job is to rest. Okay?
Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0.
You're going to have some decades more.
Kissing comes me something.
Anything.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
I know I look ridiculous, but they told me also need to know. For Christmas market, and this is pause, and I told them I know someone with years of experience. Maybe all you have to do is take one step. Just try to.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down.
But I don't think I can do this on my own. You'll have your trusty elf right by your side.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. To throw, it's Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes.
And I just so happen to reserve the first slot.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They've got now pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Now they toss that wide to Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So a toss play there does the trick as he's into the end zone.
And you don't run this unless you're sure you've got a guy who has the speed who can get to the edge, because what you're hoping for him to win the race to the corner and turn it upfield to the end zone.
Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Hey, Joyce. Yeah.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
I just have one more thing to do.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Play clock down to 0. Now this is not the way to start a drive. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now they need 15 yards in this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Throwing now is Wentz. He's taken down. Sacked by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010.
That's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from Evan Banks coming up with that big completion after each snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
Okay, 1 5 pounds. I'm not eating no ham tomorrow. Don't worry about it. I want to serve one. I want to serve one. I know you don't.
I don't care.
I know you don't. I know you don't.
I'm drinking.
I know you don't.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
And you
So
know
they'll go
what?
ahead and accept the
The
penalty.
kid that's coming in ain't got nothing to do with the fucking hill. You like throwing him. What about Keisha? What about Keisha?
On second down,
Huh?
here's Wentz.
What about Keisha? You got,
He's throwing
I didn't see you.
I can't tell.
over at that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early goal. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And I'll get a roll. You stay here. I'm not tripping. I'm touching the roll.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA
But
Sports.
you don't care. When you get it in your head, you think other stupid shit. Okay? And I ain't gonna keep trying to explain to you how I feel about you, but you wanna always think that I'm doing wrong. And I ain't. I'm here for you.
Melody, you're not here for me. You're not here for me. You're here for Robin.
I'm here for you.
No, you're not.
I am here for you.
Melody.
Here's Tressway now.
All that
As
time
the drive
that
goes
I
backwards, so
said,
he's on to put it away.
I wasn't here for you.
Melody, you're not talking about it.
And now the
You
blitz
said
couldn't
that.
get ready in
You
time.
just
This is going to
said
be a
that.
delay.
That's what I'm
They were
talking
already
about.
backed up.
You be
Now
throwing
they're
shit up in the face, but you don't want to talk about it.
Melody,
If you
I
feel
don't
like
care.
I'm only here for
I
Rhonda,
don't pass now.
yes you
The
is.
point is,
Yes you is.
you don't cook. You don't cook at all.
I do cook.
So,
Go online. Call
did you
Home
cook
or
tonight? No,
Scan
you didn't.
now.
No, I didn't.
Did you cook yesterday? No, you didn't.
Yes I did.
No, you didn't. That was liver for 2 days
No,
ago.
I cook hamburgers because you got
You
on
cook
the
one
list.
ham? No, it doesn't matter.
And every time I
Bye.
fix the
Don't
whole
worry
bill,
Don't worry about it.
you waste all the sides.
No, don't worry about it.
So what the fuck you talking about?
Don't
You
worry
don't
about it.
even eat fucking sides.
Don't worry about
But
it.
you complain about sides.
Don't worry about it. You sound
And
like
I'll
Chris.
fix
You really sound
sides.
like Chris. You really sound
I
like
sound
Chris.
like Mildred.
You sound like Chris.
I sound like Mildred. You don't even know what the fuck Chris sound like.
And look,
Really, you don't.
from here on out, don't even
I
worry.
fix a
Mildred,
meal.
from here on
And
out,
the
don't even
only
worry.
thing you eat is the fucking meat.
Mildred, from
You
here
a
on
meat
out,
eater.
don't worry about me. And don't worry about the sex. I'm not
You a
talking about
meat
sex.
eater.
Mildred, from here on
You
out.
are a meat eater. All the
No.
other bullshit you talking about,
Yeah, I know.
I done tuned out. So say what the fuck you want to say
I'm
because
gonna say
I
what I'm
don't
gonna
hear.
say. Mildred, from
I
here
know
on
you is.
From
Say
here
it
on
with
out,
me right in
don't
the
really
face.
want-
They were
don't
being
really
so
worry about it.
careful to make
I
sure
know
all
you
assignments
is.
were covered.
Because it
They
was
ended up running
right.
You already
themselves
going
into
down there anyway.
What you mean?
Here's
I ain't
Tressway
doing
now.
nothing.
As he'll kick it away for the
Nothing.
second time.
Wait a minute. I ain't never clean. I ain't doing nothing.
No, you're not.
I'm not.
And he's able to get it out of there. This is a pretty good kick.
I'm riding for you.
Vernon, how you play this game?
This is fielded at the 27.
Because I bought it. Then I'm
Play
going.
you boy?
A big boot that time. 57 yards the official
How you
distance.
playing
And
it
the
though?
Eagles will have it taking over first and 10.
Also, this your
The
play.
Eagles offense set to
Vernon,
begin their
that's
next
what I
drive.
said.
Don't worry about
I
it.
It's
asked
been
you how you
about as
playing
perfect of a
this game.
start to this game as these guys
I
could
said, what I
pass.
asked you.
Charles, they've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball. So they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on
Okay,
this drive.
but I ain't helping. No kind of way. We got
For
left.
me, which I
We
know
got
excites all of our
games.
viewers, but
And we
you
got
just have to see that type of
table.
dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
Right back to Sanders on the
Girl,
first
it
down.
doesn't matter because you don't care about
We
nothing.
brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards on the
You
game.
don't
Good pickup on first down.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there's a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
After the pickup of 5, here's second and 5.
You don't want to know that.
Here's
You want
Smith
to see
through.
the hand pass over everything.
And gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Before you back
I think he
there.
had eyes on that run the whole time. Good anticipation because it seemed to me he waited for the coverage to get drawn and then had the easy scamper out of bounds to get the short yardage first down.
Okay. Take
On
close.
1st and 10, it's Sanders.
Take close.
A good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 112 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Line of scrimmage at 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Running time to his left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Throwing in on second down. Hurts. I think the ball's out. And it's Washington that scoops it up.
Everything that happened before that fumble was great. Good vision, navigated the open field, got good chunk yardage. At that point, if you see a defender coming, though, just step out of bounds. Don't risk all you picked up before the hit to just try and get an extra yard
My
or two.
days off, I'm not eating. You got. I was off today.
Leave it alone.
No. I was off today. You want to hang some?
Okay,
Come on.
we let this day go out like this.
Yeah.
But tomorrow,
Good, I'm not out in the bar. I'm going to
you
work
argue
early.
today.
Because you don't care about something.
You don't.
Roger.
You don't. If it ain't your way, it ain't right. That's what you do.
Well, I need you to do
If it ain't your way, it ain't right.
Well, I need you to do a favor.
No, I don't need you no
Holler at
favor.
Goosey D and see. Y'all get back together.
Holler at you.
No, it ain't happening.
If I wanted Gucci D, I would be with
It
Gucci.
doesn't matter.
What? You got another girl in play? Because if you do, I will go fuck her up.
I got another girl because I'm all in the house.
Play with me.
I'm all in the house.
Play
Crazy.
the fuck with me.
You are crazy.
No, I'm not crazy.
I'm already in the house.
You mine. Fuck the bullshit.
Show me.
Now, wait a minute.
You're not telling me nothing.
You don't think you mine?